When you left, I lost a part of me. Reese, you don't know the song?
I'm watching this video and I'm trying to understand what this girl is doing.
Okay. We're at work, Reese.
Sorry. Sometimes you take breaks at work, don't you?
My work.
I feel like you're recording me again. I'm gonna.
Come on out your sippy cup.
Why is no one ready?
Oh, we're ready.
I'm always ready.
Are you?
I am.
How do you bring in the show, Reese?
You bring it in. But good morning. Good morning.
Hi, everyone. This is Ramon and Reese. Welcome to another episode of A Little R&R. I say something else?
I'm Ramon.
Oh.
And I'm Reese.
Are you?
Here we are. We're here. in a different secluded spot.
A different secluded spot?
We're secluded, but we're...
Okay, so we had a car service pick us up from our
one secluded
one secluded spot and bring us to another secluded spot in the DMV.
In the DMV. In order to... We had to come to another secluded spot to include some special friends.
We do have some special friends today.
To come in, and we got some topics that we need a little bit...
clarity on, some discussion.
A little more input.
A little understanding.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we had to bring people in because we couldn't do this one by ourselves.
Well, we could have. But it's always much more fun. It's always fun when you have a little bit more, you know?
Always.
It's always a little fun. So, go ahead.
I don't know where I want to begin.
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, so
all the way from... No, I'm just
oh no, I'm really like lost for words right now, and I don't have anything to say.
So we have friends that we brought in today to assist us with this topic of the single friend. So we all have a single friend, right, in the group or in our little circle or whatever.
Yeah, we do.
I happen to be the one in my friend circle.
Or we all have been that friend. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would imagine. There's some of us. Some people out there they jump from relationship to relationship, but that's a different topic, right?
That is a different topic. Okay.
But so we have another single individual with us, or maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Let's not put it. Just like when I jumped the gate and said that we were coming out doing our Pride episode.
Right. So we have two friends. We have Omari here with us, and then we have our friend Tonio here with us. So we want to say welcome to A Little R&R.
Thank you for having me.
You want to introduce yourself so everybody can know who your voices are before we begin?
So I'm Omari.
Well, let me start by saying thank you for having us. Because it's us here. And I'm Antonio.
Well, all right.
Well, listen, that wasn't on purpose, but...
So, like I said, our topic today is the single friend and how we navigate around that. So, this topic came up from a conversation that I had with another friend, well, an associate, because we're not friends, and there's a clear distinction in that. We were talking about just relationships with people that are in relationships, meaning like friendships with people that are in friendships. And he had a very strong stance on what should and should not be done. So then I was talking to Ramon about it. I talked to it a little bit with Antonio and some other friends, and I was just like, wow, this is a good topic. So Tonio is in a relationship. Omari, we're gonna get let's talk. What are you? What's your status?
Not what are you?
Like, what is your status as far as relationship? Because when I said you were single, you gave me a face.
Well, you don't know my story, but for now I'm single. You know, we don't know where it may lead to. So
you're dating?
Potentially.
Okay.
Almost.
I mean, you could just be entertaining.
Yeah. Ooh,
but say that.
I like that
but
one.
Here's the thing.
I like that.
When
Entertaining.
you say entertaining, it sounds like you're playing. For me, it sounds like you're just playing games you're doing multiple people. So I'm entertaining about one person right now.
Okay, so okay, but you.
I don't like the term entertaining. That's just me.
But you didn't like the term. You didn't like the term single either.
Well,
full disclaimer here, guys. As you're listening, Mike and Omar does this a lot. So if at any time during this podcast you feel as if Mike and Omar are about to go at it and they're talking too long, just fast forward a little bit and you may hear me and Antonio jump in at a certain point. This is how they talk. This is what they do. And I think for this episode, we're going to scratch out a little R&R and put Reese and Amari name there.
No, because I feel like it just confused me. Because if I'm asking what your status is, and you're saying that we don't know. So
it's not that we don't know. I just,
So are you dating? You're dating someone.
I am talking to somebody.
Okay. So you're technically single?
I am single. However, with there could be revisions there.
So, well, right now y'all going into a whole nother episode of defining what levels and trying to label a person as far as where they're at in their dating phase per se. Am I entertaining? Am I talking?
We brought him here because he was single, and now he wanted not.
Well,
be
no,
single.
I never said I was not single.
I'm kidding.
No, I know you are. I know you
Is
are.
he a fraud?
Right. You're just trying to get on the fucking show.
Kick him out of our secluded location.
Go.
Security.
I still think it's entertaining.
I like the
No,
word
but
entertaining.
Entertaining just means that you're having joy in something that you're doing.
So what's the difference between entertaining and talking to somebody?
I mean, I'm sure y'all talk.
No, but I'm asking the question.
Okay, disclaimer, Sonio is the smart one.
But what's
smart
the
mouth.
difference? And what is the difference between entertaining somebody and talking? I feel entertaining is like a ha 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 ha. We're playing around. Talking has a little bit more seriousness to it.
No.
To me.
No. I can see the difference because if I'm talking to you, it can be a phone conversation. It can be text. Like we're just talking. If I'm entertaining you, then we're going out. We're doing something that's entertaining. While I'm entertaining you, we're going to the movies, we're going to dinner, it's a lot more than just talking. Because right now we're talking, but I'm also entertaining you.
But at the same time, so if one of your friends speaks to you and said, "Hey, what's your relationship status?" You gonna say you're entertaining somebody, or you're talking to them?
Well, now that I just determined entertaining, I may want to look back on a few things and define who I talk to and who I entertain.
Well, I always say I'm talking to somebody. Talking to me seems like you're a lot more serious with it versus entertaining. It's like, okay, well, this is just to get me to sleep.
Well, you talk for a living, so that's why.
Well,
Okay, so we're gonna jump on in. Let's so the first part of this conversation is defining the good, the bad, and the ugly of having a single friend, because I think that sometimes when you're in a relationship, you have a single friend. It could be a negative thing because your partner thinks that they're what?
Because they're single.
Well, because they're single, yeah, they don't have anybody to answer to. They can be out all hours of the night, and if that's your friend and that's who you rocking with, it may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? Or it may work for you, because I feel like some people are just like, well,
honestly, I don't think it per se works, not work for the person. Like if you're my best friend and that's what you do as my single friend, I think it only becomes an issue when that other friend has a partner.
Well, that's my whole point. Yeah. So the single friend comes about as I have, like, I'm the single friend in a group of friends that have partners. Everyone that I like hang with on a consistent basis has a partner. So me being the single friend, I feel like within my friend group, I don't think it's an issue. But like I said, when I was having this conversation with this individual, it was almost like for instance, two of the guys that I hang out with on a regular basis are fathers. So on Father's Day, I sent them a text and I was like, hey, happy Father's Day, individually to each of them, right? Mm-hmm. Each of them has a partner. And his response to me was, well, did you talk to the partner to see if that was okay? I said, no, I don't feel like I need to call. I don't need to send a text and say, hey, friend, I'm about to text your man and tell him happy Father's Day. Is that okay? I feel like we're all cool enough. I just sent them. He was like, well, you know, he knows that we're in a group chat. He was like, well, why didn't you just send it in a group chat? Because the group chat does not include but two fathers. So to send a group chat and say, hey, happy Father's Day to everyone didn't make sense to me. I decided to send it to the individuals that had kids. His stance was, because I am the single friend, I should not do that because it could come across a certain way. And that if I did that, I needed to check in essentially with their partners, which didn't make sense to me.
Well, that could have been really from past hurt from that individual who spoke on that. You know, everybody has different experiences, and maybe he has come across somebody who he considered a friend may have tried to shoot their shot in his date.
Right.
So we don't know where that's coming from. But if you have a close connection with your friend, this is the problem. A lot of people, which I think is great, people integrate their friends into their relationships, which is good. A lot of people don't do that. Sometimes they separate their friendships. So this is my man and this is my group of friends, and they're never gonna meet. Some people will introduce. So you guys kind of have what I would consider a family. So you feel comfortable saying that. A lot of other people don't do that. So maybe that individual who you were speaking to doesn't necessarily he doesn't really bring his partner around his friends so he could develop that relationship. So that person may have not felt comfortable enough to do that.
Okay, that's the point. I can see that. I didn't ask. I just it didn't make sense to me.
I think a lot of it may come from just insecurities in general. For my experience, I'm a secure person, so it ain't much that my friends can do that's gonna make me think otherwise. So I think that may play a lot into it. Honestly, if he was to hit me up and a friend was to hit me up and be like, hey, I'm about to text, your man, and just to tell them Happy Father's Day, the first thing that's going to come in my head is, why the hell you texting me?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Something like that anyway. But again, that's because I'm secure. So I think a lot of times a lot of issues that we're faced with is from our own insecurities. Mm-hmm. And maybe that person was just insecure in said relationship that he may have had.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's true. So do you think that it's like, okay, so you said that you would be like, well, what the hell? Like, why are you texting me? But do you think that there's ever a point where someone would, like, do you think that there's a point where a person would need to come through you to get to your guy? Like, I don't know. I can't think of a circumstance for me because, again, our relationship is what it is. But do you think that is there a friend or a friendship, maybe not as tight as we are, that you would almost feel like, okay, yeah, this person should come through me to get to my man?
Hell yeah. For me, I feel like there's certain friends who you don't need to text my man. You can come through me. That's not insecurities. I just know who you are, and I got to be careful around you.
But then, okay. But
I can see that, but I don't think off the top of my head, I don't think there's anyone in my life that I would consider a friend that will need to text me to get to my man. Mm-hmm. So if it's someone out there, chances are it's probably someone who I don't even mess with like that in a way. And if you know him, then hey, text him, because again, he's going to communicate with me regardless. I'm not expecting you to communicate with me because we're not friends.
And that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Like, some people like to be sneaky. See, you do what you want, and I feel like it's always going to get back to me. But for me, I always keep this level of friends to me. So I know with certain people, you got to come through me first because I don't trust you enough.
Now, is that your friend or is that an associate? Because I think that there's a very fine line. I think that in the community, well, in general, I think that people are very quick to say, this is my friend. And it's like, I don't really know you like that. Like, I feel like you have, for me, my friends, we've gone through things or we've shared things and we have a level of trust between us that I know that if I go to Vermont with something that's going on with me, I can trust that even as close as I, and Antonio, and even Omar, like as close as we all are, I don't feel like Vermont would go back to either one of you and tell you something about me that I really entrusted in him. Now, if it's some regular bullshit, he might just be like, oh, Reese is out on a date or some shit like that. Whatever. That's not going to be a thing. But like some stuff that I really trust him with because of our friendship and because of the trust built there. Now, to a random person that I met 6 months ago who is just cool to hang out with and we go and drink together.
The good time girlfriend.
Right. I would never entrust in my business. So then, like you kind of said earlier, I probably wouldn't bring them around my guy or my circle. So then if they were to reach out to him, I'd be like, well, what's up? Like, I'm confused because you don't even, they wouldn't have a place in that space.
Like I said before, there's levels to friendships. I said there's a good time girlfriend where it's somebody you can hang out with, go out, and have a good time. That's a social friend. Mm-hmm. And then you have other friends who, I call it the Waiting to Exhale group, where you can actually, have real conversation with, sit down, and really be vulnerable with. So there's another level. I just can't remember right now. But I have tiers to my friendships.
Okay.
And that's just where it is.
Okay.
I still go back to my partner. I feel my partner is going to know who I'm close with and who is just, okay, well, Antonio, he don't really fuck with them like that anyway. So again, if, you know, that type of person was to come and approach them, and yeah, you know, my partner may know that me and that person had interactions, but yeah, that's it. We just had interactions. We're not close. We know each other, and he would come to me and be like, hey, well, such reach out to me. I don't know what it was about, but, you know, they did text me Happy Father's Day or whatever the case may be. So that's who I put my trust in, my partner. You know, anybody else on the outside, it truly don't matter to me, you know, because again, my friends, they know who I am, I know who they are. My partner know who I am, I know who he is. So outside of that, I don't worry too much about that. I depend on my partner.
And that's developing that good. That's a good relationship. I think that's always the case. That it should always go back to your partner. That level of trust and just having that communication open to where you guys have that conversation and open dialogue about whatever, and especially if it's other people trying to infiltrate the relationship because they're out there. But I do have a question about bad. Like, so we've established that we have levels of friendship. So we're talking about friends, right? Have you guys ever had a bad experience with a friend? A bad experience with a friend that was single while you were in a relationship that kind of...
Or do you regret a time when you were the single friend and you didn't take into consideration when your friend was in a relationship?
I've had a friend who, when I was in a relationship, and said that when I get somebody, all of a sudden I'm like Casper, I disappear. And at first I said, well, that's not true. I'm still here. I still call you. I still text you. But then they said, you know, well, when it's time to go out, you don't necessarily always want to go out. And I said, well, you got to understand, when I get somebody, I tend to like to spend my time with them. I try to balance it. So I shift a little. It's not to say like I'm neglecting our friendship, but now I'm not always the party type of person. I like to actually spend time with the person I'm with because I actually like my relationship.
It's and to challenge that, like, I get it, like you want to shift and to focus on your man and who you're dating and spend time in that to see where it's going to evolve. However, you then get into that dynamic when people start to feel as if, like your friend said, you don't want to go out as much, you're not around as much, you're focusing on your friend, and friends get that, oh, so when that ends, you're going to be back in our face because your man isn't there anymore type of situation. But it's like we forget our friend dynamic, that give and take aspect of it. Like, yes, I'm in a relationship, but I'm not neglecting you. It's just like you're now dealing with two like rivals, and you now have to split yourself, and like they're arguing with each other, but they don't know that they're like even arguing with each other. Like, you got your friend saying you don't spend any time with us, and then your man might be like, well, if you want to go out with your friends, then go ahead and go. Then you're like, well, why you got an attitude? Like, I just, did everything with you, and then you get into a whole tick for tack type of situation. Like, oh, we just did X, Y, and Z. And then you look at your friend like, I was just at this party with you. We went here. We went to happy hour. Like, if I want to spend time with my man, just because you want to go to this party that I really don't want to go to, like, it puts that one person that's in a relationship into an odd space.
I haven't experienced that, but then again, like I sneak have a man, and I can carry on business as usual. And what I mean by that is when I'm getting to know, when I was getting to know people, that's what it was. I was getting to know them, but I didn't spend all my time with them. So I would have certain days that, I'm with that person. I'm getting to know that person. But then, I'll still do things with my friends. So I've always tried to keep things as normal as possible so that no friction will be evolved. And that's what I've always tried to do. I mean, I think, at least Mike, I'm sure Mike can attest that, well, yeah, that's true, because he's had a whole, man, and a lot of people probably didn't know about it, but that's because I tried not to walk any different. And not that I was hiding them, it just, that's who I've always been as a person. I just tried to, still be normal with my friends as possible.
Right, and I think it comes with knowing your friends. Like, if your friend is jealous, even if you get new friends, you damn sure can't bring a new man around. Like, you just need to know who your friend is. Like, if your friend is, you're my friend and that's it, like, I don't trust no other bitches that you bring around me, then even if you get a man or get a new friend, like, they're going to feel the same kind of way regardless.
But if your friend is like that, that sounds like that's a friend who actually may have deeper feelings than they are saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I agree. Absolutely.
I don't
Your
agree
friend
with
should
that.
never be that territorial for you.
I don't think that I'm that territorial. Like, I'm
No,
not the
you're
type of
not.
person that if you have other friends, that's cool. But I just feel like sometimes you have to know your circles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this circle and this circle may not mesh. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of have to be aware of that, because I think that when you bring two circles together and there's a clash, you're in the middle of that clash.
But it shouldn't be that way.
It
if
shouldn't,
You were
but-
around. It's people within our circle that, you know, especially with me. Y'all know. Okay, well, Antonio, he don't really fuck with them like that. And I respect my friend enough to know that, you know what, well, they with that group of people, I'm good with going. I can go out with you, you know, and we can have a good time. But I would never make it uncomfortable for my friend, because again, that's my friend. So I'm not going to make a situation uncomfortable because I have ill feelings towards another person that you're hanging out with, especially if I know that
that's a bad
you
single
respect me. You know, I know that you're not out there, you know, talking badly about me around them, or it's
Right.
just me and that person that you happen to know, we just don't get along. And
Right.
to me, that's our business on why we don't get along. I'm not finna drag you into the midst of that, even though you may know, but
Right.
most times I'm not finna drag you into why, you know, me and that person don't like each other. We just don't fuck with each other.
And I think that, I mean, as long as there's an understanding, I think that's, but I do feel like some people are very, again, territorial, like, about their friends. Like, not that they don't want you to hang out with someone else, but maybe if they feel like you're spending more time with this particular friend versus them, they may feel away. And I don't think I'm not like that, but I don't think that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, because again, however that person interprets your relationship, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily wrong. Now, if they try to make you choose, that's a whole different story. But I feel like just having that feeling, like I have friends that are kind of like, I have friends that have said, you moved to DC and got these new friends and you're very different. And I'm just like, I don't think that I'm
I
different.
need a list of all their names.
I don't think that I'm
But I've heard
different.
I
that
need a
too.
list of all their names.
No, I've heard that too.
Oh,
I've
okay.
heard
I
once
thought
you
you said
move,
something.
you've changed. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with growth?
Well, not even that, but like my friend, like I'm not going to find a cookie cutter. I'm not going to ever find another Tonio, Ramon, or Omari. I'm never going to find another.
know.
Right. So I feel like that's a compliment to you that, you know what I'm saying? It's not even a comparable thing. Like I'm going to.
But in the same aspect, what was I supposed to do if you didn't move with me?
Right.
What was
Yeah,
am I just
sit around
supposed to
away.
be
Be alone.
Because I'm not
Miserable.
Because I'm not finna sit on the phone with you all day.
I will.
I'm not.
Reese will.
I will.
Reese will call.
But okay, so this is where I was going with the whole question of a single bad friend. So I had a situation where I was dating someone and our relationship was cool. I had a friend, and I thought we were friends. Like, I thought we were really good friends, and I confided in him some things about the relationship. Not necessarily anything really bad, but there was a bit of an age difference in the relationship, and interests were different. Like, he was into poker and gambling and things, and that's, y'all know, I'm
What
just
was he,
not that-
60?
No,
Trash.
he was.
A trap.
He was younger than me, right? So, but he just had other, like, he was just a different person, right? Mm-hmm. So the friend was just like, "Oh my God, you know, y'all probably aren't made for each other. It's probably a wrap." Da 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 da. So then I ended up moving away from the area. Do you know that they got together? They got together.
Bitch.
Yes, got together, and
I would have caught a flight back.
But I did. Oh, I came back. Different story for a different time. But
We got time.
They got together. They got together, and they were together for a while. And I just felt like that was some trash shit to do. Like, I felt like our whole friendship was built on bullshit, because I could not see. And what I felt was, he took everything that I was giving him, all the information that I was feeding him about what was going wrong against us, and he was making himself right for this person.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So after they broke up, did he try to reach back out to you?
Who?
Either one, shit.
The ex?
Well, let's say either one, yeah.
So the friend and I, over time, so when I found out, I had moved, this is when I was in DC the first time, I had moved to Washington State, and then I came back. Actually, he was deployed. The guy that I was dating had been deployed. He came back. I flew back to see him. since he came back, and that's when we kind of decided that we were going to go our separate ways. It was just time and everything like that had just kind of passed, and we just kind of separated. So then I go back to Washington, and I probably a month later, I get a call saying, hey, these two people are hanging out in Atlantic City. And I was like, wow, okay. So I reached out because I'm just like, well, you're my friend. This is my ex. Like, why are y'all together? So I reached out, and it was like, oh, we just happened to be here at the same time. And I was like, naive. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I heard again when they got back, they were like going out together in the same circle that we used to be in, going out together, and everybody was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
The same circle?
Yes.
And everybody was okay
It's
with
not,
it?
it's only 3 people, only 3 gay people in
Shut
Washington.
No, this was here in DC.
Oh.
This was in the DMV. Wait. So they came. No, that's what I'm saying. So when they came back and tried to flaunt that relationship in the circle that we were in, you know, when I was living here, that's when I was getting all the calls from everyone saying, "Did you know about this?" And I was just like, "No, I didn't." So when I confronted it to my friend, he kind of just played the back. When I talked to the ex called me and said, "This is what it is. We hung out. We decided that we liked each other, and we're going to move forward in this relationship." And I was just like, "Wow, okay,
Ooh.
yeah."
What you did?
So I mean, they were here. I was there. So the one time that we did see each other, I had come back to do a fashion show. I came back to do a fashion show.
In Washington State?
No, I came back to DMV.
Come on, Starbucks around
You just want to have a
Starbucks couture.
So I came back from Washington State to the DMV to do a fashion show for a friend and to visit or whatever. And they came to the show.
Together?
They came to the show together. They came to the show together, and so then they had asked somebody to come get me from backstage, and I came out, and I was just like, "This is not."
Was the cameras rolling?
There was no cameras.
But
Wait, the Real Housewives of DC needed to be on
You
scene.
mean PG, because that was a PG movie.
It was PG.
So they asked for you to come. They were looking for you.
As in, hey friend,
So
we are here.
you know when you're coming to the area, you're saying, "Hey, friends," not them particularly, but I told our friends that I was coming back to do this show and they should come out and support, you know, whatever. They got word and they came together and they came to get me from backstage to talk, and the friend was like, "I just want to apologize," and I was like, "This is not the time nor the place. Like, this isn't it."
I hate that.
You know what?
So to me, that's my idea of a bad single friend. Like you, to me, again,
Yeah, that is the.
You
if a bad single friend was a person,
that would be it. Yeah.
That's what Kelly Price sang about.
A friend of mine. Mhm.
Right. So I just.
We're going to play that at the end of this episode, friend. We're going to have to play a clip. We're going to add that in there.
The remix or the original?
The remix. Always the remix.
Yeah, I just probably would have.
We'll edit out R. Kelly, though.
Saying that. Yeah, I would have been there
Don't
anyway.
support that right here.
So like, yeah, what do you do in that? Well, not even what do you do in that situation, but that's that type of shit that I'm talking about. Like with someone that's single that's conniving like that, I can't. And the sad part was, you know how you like to be a good judge of character? Mm-hmm. I thought that we were friends. But I really thought we were friends.
The funny thing is, like, that particular story is something that you read about on social media, something that you see with other people friends.
Well, did we hear about that?
That you don't think would happen within your group of friends itself.
Right.
So, like, you saying that, so I'm like, damn, Reese, like, that happened to you? Like, this is something we would have been scrolling, sending screenshots, like, bitch, did you see this? I mean, because we don't have to worry about that within our group itself.
Right, exactly.
Well, the question I have for you is, how long were you guys friends before he pulled that move?
So I was here from 2003 to 2006. So I was here for 3 years. We were probably friends for like 2 years. Because I didn't meet him as soon as I got. So it was.
How did y'all meet?
We met through a group. So I had met, and it was like, if I got here, I met Tonio, and then Tonio introduced me to all of his friends. And he was one of the friends. Now the looking back, when you look back and you say, he was the odd one out of the group. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of the, not loner, but he was kind of it was a big group. It was like 10 or 15 people. Dang. So it was like, I mean, couples, singles, it was a bunch of us. He was the kind of the outward, he was kind of the odd one out. And now I see why. Like, well, I won't say that.
And no one warned you?
Nobody.
You got to attack the whole fucking group because they fucking knew, bitch.
Well, I got a new group.
And they set you up, bitch. We going back. We going back in time,
Does he still
bitch.
live here?
No, he does not.
Amari, do you know them?
Do you
know them? Because I feel like Amari keep asking these questions because he know these people.
No, Amari was not.
I was still up yonder.
Yeah,
Amari were friends. Now, and I feel like you probably know them. Asking all these questions.
So I will say, unfortunately,
Are you friends with any of them on social media right now?
Yes.
Can you pull up their picture so we can pass the phone around the table? We don't have to say anything. Like, they don't know what we're looking at. So, like, pull up their picture and pass it around the table
and
so we all can see.
And
if somebody knows them, we'll say something.
I don't think that anybody knows them.
While you pull that up, we'll move on to the next topic.
Okay. No, I don't think. But I will say, so what ended up happening, and I think that karma is a big player in a lot of things, right? So, their relationship ended and the friend got the bad end of the stick. Like, the guy that we both dated did him dirty. And I'll just leave that at that because, I mean, the details would be obvious to some people, which it's not necessary. People know. But yeah, so I feel like karma's a big thing, a thing because I feel like you did what you did and however it played out, okay, cool. But you got kind of what you deserved in the end.
Well, Sunshine Anderson had a song like that.
Which song, friend?
It's called Karma. It's on her third album.
Don't nobody listen to Sunshine Anderson?
I thought she only had
y'all will not do Sunshine Anderson.
She has one good song.
No, you gotta listen to the whole
Listen,
track.
listen. The only way Sunshine Anderson album will drop if you stand up there and drop the album.
I'm gonna send you some tracks, Freddie.
Wait a minute, her album was decent.
No, she had a good couple.
Yes. Okay, so that was my experience. So I feel like we kind of went around.
For you had the best experience because I don't think
I will
because I don't think any of it. I've never experienced that.
So I've had an experience with a friend. Well, I'll tell mine. So I was dating somebody. This is back when I lived up yonder. So we were dating for some time, and I had a friend, now an associate, who, after we broke up, I'm here in school. Next thing you know, I learned that this person then inboxes me and said, "Hey, I'm trying to get to know your ex. I just want to let you know ahead of time." And for me, I thought we were cool. So then I was told through the grapevines, well, I just know him. I see him through, the group of friends that we hang out, but we're not really friends. And that's what he told my ex. And they ended up dating, but they only dated for like 2 months. And in New York, that's just like a whole year. So it was like, at that point, I realized, that really wasn't a friend. So after that, I kind of, took off the rose-colored glasses and I said, I got to watch and I got to investigate and do background checks before I start calling people friends.
But I have a question. So I feel like the fact that he came to you, I respect that.
No.
Like, I feel like I don't.
You know me.
I know you, but I'm saying, I feel like to do it behind my back is real fucked up. But I feel like if you come to me and you say...
They ballsy up yonder.
I feel like if they coming to you, they just coming to you to make it seem like they did the right thing and to get your approval.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But it's still your motives behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I agree.
It wasn't that you came to me and said, I have interest. They were well into these conversations.
So agree. I mean, I had that situation.
So you had a lot of situations.
Wait, y'all remember though, the one Short Bay.
Okay.
No friend to you, Bay. And then that situation that played out was basically the same thing. Like but the friend came to me and was like, "Hey, I want to do this," and I was just like, "If that's what you want to do it. Like, I'm not gonna stop you."
Fuck both of them because now they've really clicked on who the fuck they are. Fuck both of them because bitch, that was a girl.
Yeah, just
I'm about to be real.
But anyway,
and my mother listened to this. You got me cussing again, bringing up that child.
Sorry, Mom.
They were low down, dirty dogs for that.
But I feel so.
Then he played victim.
Listen. I feel like though, if a person comes to you, that says a little bit more. I feel like once that happens though, the friendship will never be what it was if it was a genuine friendship. I don't feel like in my like I would never date any of your exes or any of your exes knowingly. Now because I don't think any of you guys are very like open with like I've only known you in the relationship that you've been in, pretty much. Like I know Ramon had 2 people prior to this current relationship, and I know of one
Yeah,
like one of your, like two. I know two. The one from wherever he lives. So I know, and then Omari, I know.
Girl, and that was another one.
That's another story for another time.
He was going to get beat up too.
Right. So,
but we're not violent people. I swear
I just feel like if I would, me being who I am, knowingly, like if one of your exes was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'd be like, "Bro, get out my face." Like it wouldn't be even a topic of conversation. Now, if I met someone and I was like, "Oh my God, I met this new person and this is who it is," and you'd be like, "Oh, I dated them," I probably would be like, "Okay, no, I'm good," because I'm not comfortable laying up with somebody, and laying up to me is sexually or just physically laying up with somebody that you've been with. I'm good.
Yeah, me too. Because other thoughts were.
Yeah, other thoughts pop through your head.
Like what? Because I want you to say them because I know what they are. Because I just feel like. Go ahead, Frank. Why? Why are you not okay?
For me, like, I guess what goes in my
Bitch,
head.
I know what you do.
If I knew a person was with Monty or you and we land up, I think if I'm going down on them or something, all I can think about, ew, this been in such and such or this been in such and such.
Well, that depends if you sober or drunk.
and then also
wait, depends on if you're sober or drunk. You're not a good friend.
So
it is also like, did you do them like this?
Right. Well, yeah.
Was your stroke the same like this? Did you ride it like this? Like,
I just don't want to.
You kissing all over me and your mouth been all over them.
And then my thing is that you date someone. So I date someone that you dated, and now we're going on couples trips, and I'm bringing your ex.
We couldn't go on trips.
We're not going to.
Oh my God.
I would be extra excluded.
Well, I want to ask a question. I want to go back to Tonio's question. Now, let's say if it wasn't somebody you was in a relationship with, but if you happen to share the same person, do you think about that if you shared the same person?
Honestly, there was one instance that someone that was trying to talk to me, we were into talking or whatever, and they was like, I just want to let you know that at one time I used to hang out with one of your friends, and I was just like, okay, who? When I asked the friend was like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, and I was like, okay, but to me, because they had whatever they had, I was not interested.
Who? Somebody
from Baltimore.
Well, you know what's
I think I remember who it was. I told you do it, friend.
Yeah, but I wasn't interested because I'm not interested in being with someone that's been
Child, you missed out.
Did I? Look, you didn't tell me all of that.
I sure hope you heard that. This Tawana, you listen, I hope you heard your son.
You didn't tell me that, friend. Look, let me go back in my DM.
Well, you better check to see. Go to older messages archive.
Hey, friend, like, hey, big head. It's been a minute.
How you doing this quarantine?
Yeah, you can have my sloppy seconds, but I just don't. I don't want yours.
But that's the thing for me. Like, if I know that somebody had it, the most I will do is check to do a Yelp review. How was it? Like, what happened? So I know. Okay, well, I'm
the friend. I'm the friend that don't mess with nobody.
Yeah.
If it was significant to me. If it meant something to me, then it's off limits.
Well, if it's a relationship, I would not ask that question. If it's somebody I'm wanting to get to know, or if I'm in a relationship with, I won't.
So if it was a hookup or jump off, y'all would not do it?
Oh, I would.
If it was a hookup or jump off.
If it was one of my old hookups or jump offs, and they came at you, would you do it?
If I knew, if I did not know about it and it happened, then it happened. But once I found out, okay, say I did, it happened or whatever, and then we was talking. And you came over like, well, damn, I had them too. Immediately, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm good on that.
But I think as friends, like, if, I don't know, because it's like certain friend groups, like, we'll share, like, oh, this is who I'm talking to, or like this thing, or this person wants me to come over, what you think? And if I'm like, oh, bitch, I had that. Like,
well, here's the thing. We necessarily do.
We don't. It's probably after.
I'm about to say, because in my whole phase, I'm very private.
Yeah, true.
Like, yeah, I'm very private.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know about that person until he said something. He shouldn't have said nothing.
Exactly. Because I could have got the.
That's called clout chasing. But for me, if I'm getting to know somebody, I tend to do a background check because with certain people, because I look at there's databases around.
Reese is doing it now.
I'm learning.
Right. So that's what I do. And I ask certain people that I know, do you know this person?
Yeah.
And then they give me the search results, and then I run.
Even with a jump off, they send a face pic. I'm sending it to my friends. Anyone know? And if they be like, nope, no. I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah, you got to make sure you send it to your whole friend.
I'm with Tonio because
absolutely.
I'm with Tonio. I'm private, so I probably wouldn't necessarily do that. But like I said, in that scenario, for me, what it was is he was really, really trying to talk to me, and I felt like if you're really trying to talk to me and really trying to get to know me and you didn't sleep with one of my friends, I'm good because I am not in good conscience going to bring you around and it's going to be cool.
Right.
Oh, well.
It wasn't going to go nowhere.
I mean,
it wasn't going to trust me. It wasn't going to go nowhere.
Listen.
Well, let me ask you this question,
on a
friend.
group trip and, you know, my ex come in and
right.
we start drinking and you go to sleep early and then my person goes to sleep early and next thing you know.
Or the
And
ex
then we wake up fighting.
Well,
Somebody wake up
Well,
fighting.
Reese, let me ask you this question.
Or the ex was talking about, no, I got him. I know what he need. Bitch, square up.
We gotta go. You.
We sitting there and eat. Oh, you eat that now? No.
Hey, wait a minute. But I remember you didn't like.
Y'all like to fight, but anyway, what I was asking you is, when you found that information out, how come instead of just cutting it off right away, why didn't you go to that friend that they said that they slept with?
He did.
So then, did that person give the? Well, shit. Did you give the clue that okay, that was that this is you could go for it or you shouldn't go for it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you made your decision.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Now.
Yeah.
I thought that you just cut them off right off back after they said
No. I asked because I was just like, because it, like you said, clout chasing. Because I felt like, what was the reason? Because it was. They both said it was exactly what it was. It was what it was, and that was it. But my thing is, for me, I just don't feel comfortable bringing somebody around that's been laid up with my
if
friend.
you know that you slept with a friend of mine, why would you then try to pursue me?
Because you got something that friend ain't got. Duh.
Maybe that's all it was because I felt like with them, and again, I don't know the circumstances. I didn't get into the details, but I think that with them, it was just that physical thing. And then we met, and it was like, oh, okay, you're kind of cool. And then the conversation kept going.
And I wouldn't have felt no kind of way had they been around.
I'm a type of person. If I know that I have slept with a friend and you are a friend, that's off limits to me. That's
basically, you don't want to be known as like the person
the homie hopper.
Right, the homie hopper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I like though. Well, I ain't even gonna sound like it, but I do get some kind of joy when you got that one ain't shit person, and then your ain't shit friend come and be like, oh, they inquire about that person. You be like, well,
go for it.
I mean, go for it if that's what you want, and then they go for it, and then they find out that person ain't shit.
Exactly.
I like when that happens.
And I think that's what it was in that situation with the one that slept with the ex, or that dated the ex. I felt like when he got his feelings hurt. And I wasn't like, ha ha ha, but I was just like, well, that's what you deserve. Like, that's what you get. That's what you get because I
did
feel
that I felt that way about one of my exes.
That what?
He got what the fuck he deserved.
He stepped out on you with a friend of yours? Or?
I know he's not that stupid. None of my friends liked him anyway.
Oh, okay. But whatever he moved on from you to didn't work out. Okay, so the next question I have is when it comes to, this is more for the coupled individuals.
Okay.
How do you handle like your partner? Okay, so you guys have partners, and I'm the single friend, and say that, for instance, they don't,
or there are other single friends,
other single friends that they just don't rock with, they don't vibe with because of whatever. Because say I'm the friend that likes to go out and keep you out all night, and granted, you're an adult, you make your own decision, but when you're out with me, you tend to stay out longer, or whatever the case may be, and your partner doesn't like it. How do you navigate through that?
Can I run in this real quick?
Sure, friend.
So when I did have somebody, so I was in a relationship where my partner at that time did not like you, Reese. And
damn.
Well, let's just put it. So he's aware of this.
Call it spade a spade.
Yeah, I saw how that played out. But so what I did was, at this point, I said, well, this is my friend, and unfortunately, you're just going to have to deal with it. I don't make negotiation when it comes to friends, because if I call you a friend, that is what you are, and I'm not budging, I'm not changing from that. So my partner had to understand that regardless of how he felt, this person was going to be around. And that's just me. And I said what I said.
They're gone and I'm still here. That's all I'm going to say. Right. But yeah, that's another story. Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever had that issue where I'm out with this friend longer, or if I say I'm going out with that friend, my partner trusts that I'm with that friend, I'm in good hands. Like, I'm with that friend. He knows that friend we've had relationships, we've built friendship over time. Like, we've been friends for years. Now, it's not just some random person I met a week ago talking about, we're going to happy hour, we're going out. Like, that's the suspicious type of stuff. Like, these random new people, like, in our age group, new friends are very rare to come across, where it's something sustainable, something that's actually genuine and there. Speaking from my experience, I mean, other people it may be a little bit different, but I'm at the point where my friends that I have are the friends that I have. If you're new, 9 times out of 10, no, I'm good.
Tempt to hire.
No, thank you.
To hire.
But so have you had a situation where not necessarily your current partner, but somebody that you were with did not like one of your friends?
I dated someone that didn't like my whole group of friends. So
Video for this.
So I couldn't. It was. I'll put it in this aspect. I love my current relationship because I can bring my man around my friends. He gets along with their partners. It's at the point where if my man wanted to go out with my friends by himself, I would be perfectly fine if I was doing something else. If he wanted to go out, if they just wanted to have the husband's weekend trip, I would be okay. Have a good time, because me and my friends, why you going, baby? We finna turn up, be drunk, laid out on the couch with the puppies. What's up? So,
wait, why we gotta be with the dogs?
Because who else gonna watch them?
Let them go. Let us go somewhere and they stay.
It all depends on what's
list.
It all depends on what's going on. Maybe we'll drop them off. Maybe we won't.
Right. No.
But I've had partners in the past that did not like that. Felt as if you do more with your friends than what you do with me, to a point where it became tick for tack. Like, I would lay out. We did this week.
Y'all
we did
had
this week.
Yes.
This
Do you
week.
remember that?
And I'd be like, okay, you said that I had to spend this much amount of time with you and do this with you. Now I've met that goal. I am now spending time with my friends. And period. I'm now going for my friend.
I'm so sorry to this I'm reliving it. And somebody was looking at me like, bitch, what are you talking about? You were there, friend.
So it's that, like, it got to the point because I'm like laid back, chill, like everybody gonna vibe, we all gonna get along. If I want to go hang with my friends, you know who my friends are, you've been around my friends, like that's where I am. Like, it should not ever be a battle where I'm starting to pull up. No, you said that I had to do X, Y, and Z with you. I already did it, and now I'm spending time with my friends because I want to go with my friends.
That seemed like a job.
Work. It was
a performance management meeting.
It was work with a friend.
It was work for my friends.
It was work with this friend, because this friend gave fever.
Fantasia 2-week notice was on repeat.
Like,
I played it 6 times, so that means you at least have a month and 2 weeks to go.
Yeah, that was a lot. So, Tony, what about you?
Well, in my current relationship, I think we were getting used to each other, and more so me, because at the time I was hanging around with a lot of single people, and we used to party. Like, we would go out and we'd be drinking, and I wasn't getting home till 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'll come in and my little partner would be up there like, whoa, ready, like. I remember one time we went out and I got a phone call, a message like, where you at? And I'm like, well, we headed home now, we're still out. But I think it was just in the beginning phase of really learning the dynamics of everyone, because of course they weren't introduced to all of my friends. They were introduced to
a certain group.
Not realizing that, okay, I got another group, they're a little rowdy, and I have to be responsible when I'm around them, because I know how that group of friends they are. But other than it being a big issue now, no. I just think it was just the beginning phase of us really learning each other and learning the groups of friends now. But best believe I'm going home after every event. I don't care how late it is, I'm going back to my bed to lay down in. I think that they know that now. So, and then I don't hang around a lot of randoms now. So most times when I go out now, they know who I'm with, and they know I'm good.
I'm going. And the sad part is, not only am I going home, sometimes I don't even go out.
Let's talk about that. Let's go there.
Whoa.
Come on. I have a log.
Y'all didn't both got like real loud on my screen.
Audience, the two that's up here yelling. let me put this out there.
Okay, come on, disclaimer.
Sometimes we just don't like when we hear Reese and Amari together. We want no parts.
No parts.
We know how that night is going to end.
Listen, Reese. And me and Antonio gonna talk now. We're gonna let them two be quiet. Reese and Amari out together. It is a task, okay? It is. It's a task. It's an adventure. And especially if no one else is. If they call you after they come from brunch, don't go. Don't go. Don't do it.
If you
don't do it.
Do not answer.
Don't answer. Bitch, be sleep because. They're fine going in. They good. They calm, cool, collective. They done got the mimosa. They done went to the rooftop party. Child, Reese stumbling upstairs. Amari then almost hit ditches going to Walmart to pick a potato salad on his way home. It is a lot, and you gotta pray and feel for your friends. Like, while we want to join them, we can't.
Hold on, it's a lot on a Sunday when you gotta go to work on a Monday.
And these two can they got the option to I don't know what they do on their Mondays, but it ain't what we do. It's you got to mentally prepare yourself to go out with them.
No,
and it's the same. It's the same story every time.
No.
Oh, I'm going to brunch with Amari, but I'm not gonna be really drinking like that.
There you go. Reese comes stumbling up. Reese has battle wounds from them going out. Remember that time you fell trying to take a picture?
Well, let's be clear.
Is it our turn? Let them get this shit out so we can defend ourselves.
Go ahead. Get your moment. Get your lies.
All I'm saying is, so we just saying that that's why y'all loud. We just had to put that disclaimer out there for the audience so they can understand.
Right, because y'all about to go full on tag. Like,
it's not a lie though.
We have gone out with
y'all. We have videos. We have everything.
We have
the last time we went to
out.
a $500 brunch. What we done that fun?
We didn't say it wasn't fun.
We were sober.
We just said it's a lot on a Sunday before work day.
And listen, if y'all go out with them, never play anything from the 90s. Don't play Sunshine Anderson for Reese, and don't play Mary J. Blige for Omar. They both become these two women in a era that you will never forget.
Hold up.
Okay.
I think Omari keep a pair of thigh-high boots in his trunk just in case Mary J. Blige comes on. Real love.
Now wait, let's pull this up. No.
How did we get here?
Now wait a minute. Now let's be clear. We tell you guys that we're going out to brunch prior to. So it's not always an aftermath. It's y'all decide that y'all don't want to come.
We know that once Reese and Amari make plans.
I can tell you that. Now, I will be honest and say that Tonio, if I say Tonio, me and Amari, I don't even have to finish what I'm doing or where we're going. He's, no. Ramon he'll answer our calls sometimes, and he'll sometimes now mind you people, this is prior to this whole COVID-19 thing. We haven't been out. Ramon would potentially meet us out if he was like getting off work. He would come in. He's met us out before, but Ramon will leave us.
He will.
He will come, say hello, and goodbye.
But he wouldn't even say goodbye. He'll say hello, but then you look around for him.
Like, where's he at? So, but I think that just defending myself, we have a good time.
We do.
We have a really good time, and I don't think that that's a problem.
You know what happened?
As two single men, y'all have the best time.
Now wait a minute.
Ever.
Well, we're both dating, but I still think
at the time, as two single men.
Okay.
During the time in which y'all would invite us out, y'all were two single men.
Yes.
Y'all had a good time. Tonio and I had to look at our men and be like, do we want to leave you and go babysit?
But it's not even babysitting.
We were functional.
But wait, hold up. Let's roll back because I need to speak on this for a moment. I'll give y'all a moment. So when me and Reese go out, brunch, we're actually cool by the
Yeah,
time we
brunch
finish
is good.
brunch.
Yeah.
The only time we turn up is after we go to the after events.
Which is after every brunch that y'all ever go to.
Yeah, but on the way.
No. Well,
No. But
in the beginning.
But in the beginning, we were hard on it.
Yeah.
But we learned, okay, this one drink and this is what it's going to be.
yes.
And then we became a lot calmer.
Yes.
I think what the problem is, y'all are holding us to that same...
To the beginning.
Right.
We're not there
We're not the
anymore.
same anymore.
We've changed.
We know when to leave. We leave at like 7 o'clock.
And we go.
7 o'clock is late if you leave at like 11.
We
Well, you got to think about it this way. There's traffic.
it's DC, you know, it's always traffic. But I feel like we go to brunch, and so I have learned that I can't drive. I know this about me. I can't drive when we go to brunch.
Oh, I can.
I'll drive.
I'm not gonna drive, but
I'm always the sober
I know
one.
that we will have our drinks,
true.
our mimosas at brunch. When we get to said after party, me and Omari will both my limit, and he'll give me his limit, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle. Like if I know that because of brunch I didn't drink as much, I can have 2 or 3 cocktails. He'll say, okay, I can have 2. We'll stick with 2 because it's in the middle. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Huh.
So we
Is that how y'all negotiate?
Yeah, we negotiate, and we've been good.
And we
Like
check
y'all
in.
haven't heard or seen it. Nah, you did fuck up my knee in that picture.
No, that's because you thought
You
that you
set
were
me
Lauren
up.
Croft.
You set me up.
You thought you were Lauren
You set
Croft.
me up. I got
You were
it.
trying to jump.
My sister was like, "What is all this?" Yeah,
I didn't do nothing to your knee. You decided that you wanted.
you didn't look out.
What?
I was like, will it back in, but I didn't want to talk that loud.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Okay, for my number
it's-
2.
Okay, Amy. they were fine.
No,
today.
but
I'll let
that
them go.
we have a good time, and y'all need to give us another chance, like Biggie.
We do, but on a Saturday.
Yes, definitely a
Okay.
Saturday.
That's fine.
Okay.
When outside opens up, we're gonna go out.
Well, no. Let's wait till
Outside opens up,
and let things.
and then
fall.
they close down, and then open up
because
again.
outside is open, but not really.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not
on
interested.
Saturday. It's a lot on a Sunday.
Well, you know,
Understood.
what? I think y'all will have a good time with us, even
We do
on a
have a good
Saturday.
time.
We
No,
do
we
have a good time with y'all.
But you know what happened last time that we went out? Me and him left, and y'all nobody wanted to come with us.
Are you about to cry?
No, I'm not.
Y'all have to go where?
So when we was on that rooftop, I didn't want to get.
Oh, I know.
It was the
Y'all
Watergate.
don't do promotions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
didn't.
y'all can go.
Y'all left and went out. We don't want to go back out. We had enough for brunch.
We did brunch and a rooftop. What more
No,
y'all
y'all
need
didn't
to
do
do?
the rooftop because it was
The rooftop was kind of lame.
dry.
Like,
But
let's
we were
not
drinking.
pretend.
Yes,
waiting
but
for
we were
umbrellas.
drinking.
Right,
But we
but
were drinking.
there was more fun to be had in the city.
Right.
No, we had enough fun
Okay,
with
and y'all
drinking.
went to the city and y'all
We
had
see
y'all.
what
Y'all didn't want to come
We
with us.
see
No,
what happened.
We weren't going there because we don't want to be in that environment.
We seen what happened.
But
Left
the
the
thing was,
rooftop.
as long as you have your circle, you could ignore everybody else.
Yeah.
I just feel
No,
I
like
think it's the
that
singles
environment
that
gives
get
right,
attached.
right. That's
that
what it
environment
is.
gives me anxiety.
I got some.
You got some pills for
Yeah, I
me?
got
Well,
This was a good conversation
That was-
amongst friends, and now y'all see who the ones in the couple.
who's the ones in the couple?
Who's the ones in the couple? Child, who's who's a couple and who's single?
And why?
And why?
Well, we're actively dating.
I mean, we've
We
learned new
are.
terms between talking and entertaining.
I think we
That
should
is
revisit
good.
that. We
Yeah,
should
that's
revisit that
good.
because that's a good that's a good topic.
That is good. Write that down, friend. Write that down.
We're gonna put you on staff, Tonio.
Well, thank you. Well, what do I mean? Like,
We got you coming back in season 2, sir. Thank you guys so much for listening.
So this was good.
Yes.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. I
Another
think that
episode.
we touched a lot. Like we started off and we went around and we came back and then we went around again. But we're here.
That's what friends do. This
Yeah.
is a good conversation. So I hope everyone that was listening, it's a little late to say this, but I hope y'all listen with y'all friends. Or at least share, you know what? Matter of fact, at the end of share it with your friend.
Share it with your
Make your
friend.
friend listen.
Exactly.
And if you don't know how to tell that single friend that they've been a bad single friend, share this episode. It may be a topic of conversation.
It might. Be
I hope
one
it
of
open
those-
doors.
It'll be that.
Or maybe you that
piece
bad single friend, and now you sit
Now you
somewhere.
see yourself in this conversation. And
Ooh,
you're like, ooh,
now
wait,
that is bad.
that is not me. That is me, and it shouldn't be me.
And
I
you should
shouldn't
reach
be
out
that
to
way.
your friend that's in a relationship and apologize.
And apologize, yeah. Or if you stole somebody's man, get rid of them and try to rekindle that friendship. Oh,
You ain't no rekindle there,
okay.
friend.
Well, just get rid of him because that's karma. I think that is karma. But
Yeah,
that's
get rid of that man you stole.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna work.
Because I'm sure you side-eyeing him right now.
Exactly. Because you don't know who.
Because
Because he got one of your friends in his perfume.
and you probably and he's probably doing the same thing to you that he did to your friend.
How you get him is how you what? Lose some bitch.
That's a word.
I'm just saying. Thank you guys for listening. Please share with your friends. Subscribe. Give us a 5. Follow us on our Instagram. It is a little R&R podcast.
And make sure you also comment in the section. Give us a review. We love feedback.
We love some
Email us feedback a little rnr@gmail.com.
No, sir.
I said it wrong?
Yes.
What is
it's
it?
RamondandReese@gmail.com.
We need to change it.
If you have any comments, ideas, suggestions, feedback, anything, shoot us an email or you can leave a message on our Instagram. If you have our personal Instagrams, you can reach out to us there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to plug social media or anything like that?
I don't have any of those.
Okay.
Neither.
All right.
right.
Well, we'll just put their
thank you
names
guys
in the
so much.
description.
If you see me in the street, say hi.
They don't know what you look like. They just know Amari. I mean, how many Amaris there are?
Hang up,
That's him. What are they going to do? Hold up our podcast? Is this you?
Look, listen, is this you? That sounds like
They've
you.
done it before.
Oh.
Another topic for another time.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
listening.
you for listening. Have a good
Talk to
one.
you guys again soon.